Hello, hello, welcome back for another stream. How's everyone tonight? Second here, let me fix my mic. I hope you had a nice, chill, lazy Sunday. And now you're ready to hang out with me while we continue a playthrough of Metaphor ReFantazio. We're almost at the end of the game. I just have a couple of side bosses to do. We completed the whole Colosseum. We found all the golden beetles. So yeah, there are not a lot of things we have left to do. I'm gonna play till we reach the final dungeon tonight, and then I'm gonna probably stop so I can grind a bit off stream so I can get all the archetypes for all the characters. I mean, I want to get all the royal archetypes for my companions and unlock the whole archetype tree from the main character. But yeah, that will require some grinding, and I don't want to do it on stream. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do this off stream. But tomorrow on Demo Monday, we're gonna have a pretty cool new demo from a game that I want to play that comes out on September. Is a rather unique action RPG. It's like you combine Death Stranding with a Souls-like game, so keep that in mind. We're gonna check that out tomorrow. The demo releases tomorrow. And also we have the demo for Stellar Blade that I might play at some point, since we can transfer our the save from the demo to the full game that will be released on the 11th of June, and I want to play Stellar Blade. I think I'm gonna wait a bit on Elden Ring Night Rain because yeah, it looks great, but there are some issues with the game at the moment, so I'm gonna wait for a couple of patches so they can tweak a bit more the solo play of that game, and also yeah, squeeze some bugs, improve the performance. So yeah, we're gonna play Night Rain for sure, but probably gonna wait a bit. But yeah, there are so many other games that I want to check. So yeah, we are not gonna have any issues with finding something to play. Okay, so yeah, now let's go. Let's continue Metaphor and finish up with this game. We're almost there. Also, Verblin, are you here? Give me a second. Now we might have to, as always, reset the Elgato capture card for some reason. I always have to do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, we have sound, we have video, we should be okay. Yeah, also I think they added some content on the Mandragora, but I have to check it at some point off stream and confirm that. I was wondering if Evelyn actually play the Mandragora after the patches they released. And they actually tweak a bit the difficulty of that game. They tweaked some things about the final fight. Even though we killed the boss before the patches, I think the fight might be slightly easier now. Anyway, now let's continue here. I'm gonna go for the last dragon. And we maxed out our all the followers. Sorry, almost all the followers. Second here. Yeah, we now only have one rank for Yufa, and we're done with all the followers. Yeah, last time we maxed out Basilio, as you can see here. And yeah, we have only one rank with Yufa left to complete everything here. And yeah, we got most of the achievements. Now, there is an achievement that I'm not sure where it is. I have to check it. at some point. Give me a second. Yeah, here is all the trophies. Of course, there are some hidden trophies that are spoilers. That's why I'm not searching for this online. Yeah, master all the archetypes. I'm gonna do this off stream at some point just before going for the last boss. Create all summoning vessels and masks. We're slowly progressing to that, but I discovered the vendor that sells masks really late. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to complete this one. Spend 100,000 rev using skills that consume money. We can do this on at some point. Just switch to Tycoon and spam money skills to get the achievement. Max out all followers. We're gonna do this tonight. Complete all quests. I'm not sure if we're missing any quests. We're gonna see. Unlock the entire map. I still don't have this one, but we probably might unlock this if we reach the final dungeon. There might be another secret area because I don't have it yet. By the way, what you're hearing on the background is the soundtrack from the Gungeon. And it's because of the theme I'm using on my PlayStation. Yeah, this is an achievement that we're probably gonna miss, the debate me. I want to debate against every candidate because I think I'm missing like 1 or 2 candidates to complete this one. And yeah, this is the achievement I was talking about. At your own risk. Successfully challenge the test of courage at the highest difficulty. I'm not sure which achievement is that or how we can gain this one. Anyway, let's continue here. So, can we craft any more masks? I'm not sure. We crafted one last time. Let me check.
Where was I?
Okay, let's see. I think we crafted everything we can craft at the moment. Okay, yeah, so we need Judgment, Hierophant, Sun. Okay, so this three will be easy to make. So Judgment, Hierophant, and Sun, and Lovers. Okay. Here. Let me note these things down so I can grab them. So let's see. Lovers, Sun, Hierophant, and Judgment. Anything else? Okay, we have crafted all the others here. Okay, so we need also a Mage Knight,